Right then, welcome to Emirates Devlog episode 1. I am quite pleased to announce the semi-series we have started up, and it'll contain all of the latest news and development we do over the months for Emirates. Now, what you're looking at right now is a blurred screen, but it's our beginning of our application center. Of course not finished, and of course not functional, but if you can see through the blurs, there would be obviously some code being written and work on the start button and the drop down button, the drop down selector. So what these will do at the end is somebody would come into the game, they'd get prompted, okay, welcome to the Emirates Application Center, would you like to start? Now if they press start, they get taken to a new page which has a drop-down selector. They then select the application they want to apply for, and the prompt continues. Now, a lot of people think when you make something in Roblox, there's not really much. You plop it in and it works, because that's what you do. If you buy a product, you plop it in, it works. Now, if you go in a bit more technical, you'll start seeing the sentences, the numbers, well, not numbers necessarily, but all the code making that product work. So we developers, we spend hours hours making a product. Now here you'll probably have seen me at least rewrite a simple animation 2 or 3 times, because I wanted the white bar to go from the center point and split out, and I couldn't do it. So I sticked to a normal animation and I made it go from left to right. So it's all about playing around with how you want to do things. Now, I can sit here and continue looking at the screen and just speak, but going in depth with how you want to do things is you always have to have a plan, what you want to do. So, okay, when I go into game and I click that button, I wanted to print "Hello World" to the console. Now, through different methods, 1,000 methods, you can accomplish this. Whether it be clicking on the object itself, whether it be a screen GUI, etc. So there are always different ways of accomplishing things, and that's actually what makes a developer when it comes to that, because you can either use a certain way or use another way, and that's where you have to be sure of yourself, because otherwise you write 200 lines of code and nothing works. Then you just get a bunch of errors, and you want to, how do I put this nicely, just go line of bath and think about your mistakes in life. So have a clear path of what you want to do, about how you think you're going to do it. Always brainstorm in your head when you're doing things about, okay, so if I want to accomplish this, how can I do it via doing this or that? And you'll get to a conclusion. And of course you have your very, very nice friend YouTube, which can also help with problems, and the Roblox Developer Hub. It has its own forum and explains basically every single function you can connect to anything in Lua. Now, there's also third-party forums which are also very, very useful. Like I'm gonna say a community I use a lot. It's scripting helpers. Now, it's like when you work with Roblox Developer Forum, you need to have a certain amount of hours spent, or certain amount of things done on the forum to actually get access to ask questions. With scripting helpers, it's as simple as registering an account and just asking your question. There's also a Discord server, so you can also use the Discord server as a hub to ask your questions, but just do note, don't hire people. Hiring isn't allowed. You ask your question, you get over it, and that's basically all. You ask questions to understand, okay, so I wrote this code, I don't know what it does, but how can I understand it? So always try and figure out what you write. If you copy and paste it from a YouTube video or any tutorial online. So always try and learn what you use, because that's the only way you're going to fully understand Lua at the end. So like I said, this is the devlog series we'll be having on the Emirates channel. We'll also be having, if people want it, we can do a scripting series where we just go through the basics of how we script things, and basically some tutorials, if you want to put it that way. So just let me know if you would like something like that. But so that was devlog episode 1. You'll by now have seen the working, or at least the semi-working, drop-down box that we're going to be using for the application center. Now I'm gonna go a bit more in depth next episode, where we code, and I'll be speaking along with the code. So I hope you enjoyed the first 5 minutes of Emirates Devlog 1, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.